Guys, gals, and guess, honey, yes, honey. Today we got some mess, honey. Yes, yes, honey, yes, today we do. I was supposed to came on here yesterday and did the story, but child, honey, my birthday has been a vibe, honey. And I didn't get to use Sunday as a rest day because Sunday was festivities. So, baby, I used yesterday as a rest day. I used Monday as a rest day, but this was supposed to be a messy Monday story. Yes, honey, but like I said, my birthday was a vibe, honey. I done lost fingernails and everything. Child, wait till y'all see this footage. Wait until I post the clips from my birthday, honey. Y'all are going to get it. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, new look for some of y'all. I haven't had braids. I haven't done braids since I've been content creating, honey. And that's because I typically don't do my own braids, honey. The last time I tried to do my own braids, on the first day they looked like they was about a month old or whatever. So child, shout out to my hairstylist, honey. Shout out to the beautiful Gun Down Dior, honey. Baddie Dior, aka Tristan Dior. If you're ever in the DMV area and you need a hairstylist, I recommend you hit up Tristan Dior. This is his Instagram. Beautiful hairstylist, wonderful personality. He don't be BSing, he don't be taking no time. Definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe. Something I was doing yesterday while I was relaxing, honey. Child, I was getting into the Shirley Strawberry tea, honey. The Shirley Strawberry saga continues, baby. Honey, baby. Shirley did a strawberry letter to herself yesterday on the Steve Harvey show. She was apologizing to Steve Harvey because she was talking about him and Marjorie on the recorded tapes. And I probably won't report on the Shirley Strawberry case again because Chronicle Speaks is handling it over there. Chronicle Speaks is doing her thing. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. Please go and support her channel, honey. You know how we do. You know how we do women of color over here. But Chronicle Speaks is on it. Is on it, baby. Also, gotta give a shout out to Marsha's Plate Podcast, honey. We were off yesterday. I was ready to go on if it was needed, just to let you know. Professionalism Puss. But I want to give a shout out to Marsha's Plate because we didn't record yesterday. We did not record yesterday. We typically record on Monday evenings. And the the new episodes go up on Thursdays. But yeah, support Marsha's Plate. Link in the bio. No, I am not in the thumbnail yet, honey. I'm not there yet. I'm a new cast member. I'm still a new cast member, honey. But don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be there soon, baby. But let's get into the tea. Let's get into Child Brickgate. Let's get into the update on Roda and Brickgate, honey. Hey, Brandon. Thank you. Brandon said happy belated birthday. Thank you, Brandon. And hello to you, love. Child, but if you are not too familiar with the story, I'm going to give you a quick update before... I'm going to give you a quick recap before we give the update, honey. Jesus, baby. Child. I want y'all to pray. I want y'all to pray for all of us, honey. Black people especially. We need the prayer right about now.
But in this video, she walks up to a random white guy, something, and then slaps him. And walks away and acts like she's a baddie, a super baddie. Drops down, dips, shake her rump, and everything. So basically, she was out here acting up and then got hit with a brick, allegedly. I don't condone hitting no woman with no brick at all. What we want to know is the whole story now. Now we want to know what led to you getting hit with a brick.
Because she had to do something other than have her number asked for. She had to do something other than get hit on to be hit by the brick, right? Child, woo child. Well, honey, they done been out here, honey. All the black male internet investigators have been out here, and they have been out to prove that Miss Roda is a scam, honey. Yes, yes, yes. I don't chat. Running.
They don't get on news, man. I'm sorry to report. We may have gotten bamboozled, kerfluffled, hoodwinked. She didn't just pull the wool over our eyes. She pulled the whole damn sheep on our face. So we all know this lady, right? The brick lady, a.k.a. Ro Reacts. Now, it seems like she has a history of doing this sort of thing.
Yes, child. Yes, yes. Apparently, this ain't her first. Apparently, this ain't her first rodeo with the GoFundMe baby, honey. And they got them all in the stir. So now everybody, I mean, black men with Wi-Fi, are attempting to push this narrative that she's lying. We'll get to my opinion at some point, but right now we're going to continue updating.
Hey, yo. Yo, I see what we dealing with. Hey, shout out to everybody who, this post ain't for these people. This post is for the people who did their own research and now are spreading the word that we brought 3 or 4 days ago. We brought the news when it caught all kind of heat.
She faking. I said it. I stand on it. This is bull. There's too many holes in her story. We, like Flo said, we do this every day, all day, hundreds of people. And there's always way more detail in the details. And there's no detail in her details.
Just went again. And not again like, oh, something bad happened to her. I'm like, she doing this again? Again?
Yes. What did she say happened that night and what actually happened that night?
She basically said she was beat up by 4 black security guards. Out of 200 people, mostly black, may have been a white person here or there, mostly black people. That BITCH is the reason we can't get in the club. She was trying to fight all of us. I said, okay. And she ended up getting dragged by black females. She do some kind of...
Now, can you the information you just gave?
All right, we're going to pause there for now. You heard that. That's supposedly one of her good girlfriends explaining what happens at the club that night, allegedly, right? All right, and we've had, to be fair, we've had black women content creators running with it too. Black men aren't the only ones who perpetuate misogynoir, baby.
Roda, right? She left the club, or the Roda cursed her out, or something happened. I haven't heard the full story because I came in at the tail end. And basically, she got a phone call from Roda, and Roda was like, help me, these men are trying to jump me, right? So she came back to the club. She couldn't get back in, but when she went there, she was like, did you see a black girl in a leopard jumpsuit? And they was like, yeah, she was just trying to fight all these different women. So she got into an altercation with women and then claimed the black man did it. Is she the Somali Karen or no? Is she the Somali Karen or no? This is what I'm saying. You all jumped as soon as she was like, oh, black man did this, right? You all jumped. And I even...
Now, don't be confused. Do not be confused. What is happening here is misinformation. The incident of her getting hit with the brick and the incident of her fighting with the women at the club were 2 completely different incidents. Here, I'll show you. This is from the night that she got fighting with the women in the club. Now, keep in mind, remember our girl just told us that she was wearing a leopard print jumpsuit, right? There's no leopard print jumpsuit in the video where she's claiming to be hit by a brick. But the leopard skin jumpsuit does pop up in this video from 2020 where she has an incident with multiple people in a club.
You grew up and they mad because you trying to be somebody. They mad because you trying to be somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me.
The black man was on that, wasn't he? Black man wasn't on it hard enough because he would have realized that the video from 2020 backs up what the friend was saying, you know. And even in that video, she refers to the people as quote unquote niggas, right? In the black community, we typically associate the word niggas with men in AAVE and in our hood vernacular, right? She never specified the gender or the sex of the people who she was fighting with in the club when she had that leopard print jumpsuit on in 2020, 3 years ago. Now keep in mind, we are judging her based on the validity of the story, not based on who she is as a person. Right now, we're just trying to find out if she's a scammer or not. All right, now we have some mainly audio from the club owner who claims that there was no incident in, near, or around the club. Let's run it. And while we run it, keep in mind at who gave the club owner a platform. You're going to see little buddy down here on the left. You're going to see him pop up in quite a few clips trying to convince us that Roda's a scammer.
Hello, sir. Can y'all hear?
Now I can hear you. The information you just gave me, it has never happened. And I think some people trying to create some stuff. There's nothing like that.
So you said nobody got hit with a brick?
My place. Never, ever happened. I was there all day, all time. Never. There's nothing like that. So whoever is bringing you some rumors, please don't accept it and forget about it. I think there are some group of people who are trying. And to my understanding, there is this incident going on in Houston, Texas. It's like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Why are they bringing you right now?
Wow, see?
This is a hoax.
This is a hoax?
Yeah.
The owner.
I don't know about y'all, but this man doesn't sound very valid. And even if he is truly the club owner, what proof do we have that he's the club owner, number one? And number two, if he truly is the club owner, would a club owner or would a club owner not be biased in reporting a crime that happens at their establishment? Tell y'all a little secret. One of the reasons why clubs don't tend to last is because there's usually an incident that happens. Club gets bad press. And at best, they'll change the name and rebrand the club. At best. All right. But the club owner says that nothing happened there first, right? But then he contradicts himself and says that it happened multiple weeks ago. I don't know. But you know, we also had the guys who were actually in Roda's video. We also had them speak out. I don't know if y'all recall that from my last video discussing this topic. But yes, we had the immigrant guys speaking out on the subject.
Right there, bro. You see what I'm saying? And you were coming from the gas station.
We just came from the gas station, right? And she was talking about she got hit with the brick. You know what I mean?
And then we was asking.
So we just like, what just happened, bro? Who just hit you with a brick? She talking about a guy in a suit. You know what I mean? But we saw the guy out here though. We never knew he was a bad guy though. You know what I mean? We saw the guy.
They saw the guy out there. They saw the guy in the suit. They never knew he was a bad guy. But the club owner just said that nothing happens. But the guys who we saw on camera, who we know were there, guys who she attested did not help her during this alleged attack. These guys, while defending themselves, they admit that they saw the guy that she was referring to who hit her. So if this is a scam, are they in on it? Take it back a couple steps. Let's run it.
But we saw the guy out here though. We never knew he was a bad guy though. You know what I mean? We saw the guy out here, like we working and stuff like that. So that was around here and stuff like that. That was moving and stuff like that with the girl before she got hit with the brick, you know. So what happened? We just don't know what happened. I think they had like a argument or something like that. We just don't know.
Before
you know?
She was trying to fight with another.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there before she got hit with a brick. You know what I mean? She was trying to fight. You know what I mean?
All right, keep in mind we not judging her on whether, you know, she's a fighter or not. We not judging whether or not she's a troublemaker. That's up to your decision. We trying to figure out whether or not she's a scammer. And right now we have contradicting stories. We have a supposed club owner who we've never even seen their face, have no verification that they're the club owner. We've seen them report that security was outside and nobody reported that anything happens and that nothing was on the cameras. But then the club owner also contradicts herself and says that it happens before she posted it. After that, we have guys who were there, who we know were there because they're on Roda's own video footage, saying that they saw a guy, they didn't think he was a bad guy, and they believed that she had an argument with him while she was arguing with other people. Right now, so far, I'm getting the vibe that she just one of them people that like to drink and fight. I don't know about scammer. I don't know about scammer, honey. And also with the receipts with the friend, homegirl, best friend, you also have to keep in mind somebody who's speaking ill about you or trying to blast you online. How close to you are they really? I know me personally, to keep it 100, even if I do some fuck shit online, my people still gonna hold me down. At worst, they ain't gonna say nothing at all online. This is what Roda has to say. We have audio from Roda attempting to defend herself.
I mean, help me. I appreciate it. I'm in gratitude, but I don't appreciate being centered and talked about. There's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of fucking bullshit, and y'all just kill me because I didn't have a choice, you know what I mean? There was nothing I could have done to anticipate something like that to happen. There's like zero that I could have done. If y'all want to talk about this conversation, go ahead, because I'm the one that brought it online, but center him. Put his face out there. Put his face out there. Y'all talk about him because he's the one who made a choice. People know him because security told me that, you know, he used to work somewhere at some restaurant. So we will find him. And when I do, I need y'all to censor him because he also jumped in a car with a bunch of black women. You know what I mean? He was trying to jump in a car with a dude, but we wouldn't let the car leave. So he jumped out of that car and ran into another car, and I couldn't get the license plate number. Y'all know who he is. Put him out there, center his face, and then talk about it because he's the one who got to make a choice. I didn't get to fucking make a choice. He did. So center his fucking goddamn face because this is some fucking bullshit. Like, y'all are so unempathetic. Y'all lack compassion. I don't know how y'all can justify something like that. I don't give a fuck. Thank you for the people who have been very supportive, but center his face. Talk about him. He's the one who made a goddamn choice.
All right, Roda's Rhoda standing on it. Rhoda standing on it that it was a real person, a real man who hit her with a brick. Child. This is we only know what she says. We only know. I'm only giving you the receipts I got. I think one of my receipts may have got lost in the wash. But that's alright, I'll figure it out. So with all of this going on, honey, we back to the internet sleuth. The internet sleuth is back on it, honey.
You know who contacted me? The nurse. The nurse from the alleged hospital was not a hospital. It was a clinic. And this is what she had to say. Yes, she came in to get the saline extracted from the side of her face, which means she never got hit with a brick. She injected saline into her face to create the lump. That's why she wore the ski mask, so y'all wouldn't see the lump that she created. And don't forget, she's in the medical field, so she has access to saline. Anyway, let's finish reading. She claimed it was a botched beauty treatment. That's definitely our med check, not the hospital. She must have filmed that little clip while waiting on the nurse after asking her to put on the gown. And y'all fell for this. Y'all fell for this. This is the nurse from the clinic. But I couldn't tell. She gave me other receipts. But I can't show you those receipts. She wanted to prove to me that this was fake. And she begged me not to show y'all the receipts because it could get her fired.
He can't show the receipts because it'll get her fired. He's willing to put his credibility on the line, but apparently he got some receipts that he's not willing to show us. Well, honey, Roda came online with receipts of her own. Honey, this was the receipt that I forgot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Roda came online with receipts of her own, honey. Roda showed us her real medical paperwork. I'm gonna try to look it up real quick so I can bring it up on this stream for y'all. It's sad that this woman has to come out and show her paperwork, but she did. I'll find it, and I'll add it to the TikTok and the IG app. But I saw it for myself. She showed her medical paperwork that she was really hit, and all signs in the medical paperwork pointed to her story being factual. Not a botched beauty treatment, not saline injections or anything like that. But honey, the saline injections had a lot of people running for the hills, honey. Had a lot of people, a lot of Negroes, you know, they had reported her. They've been reporting her real bad on GoFundMe. GoFundMe has put her on hold. GoFundMe has put her on hold, honey. It just saddens me to see so many black people trying to validate or invalidate the need to protect black women. Because at the end of the day, this is what it is. Y'all aren't investigating somebody who's done a horrific crime. Y'all are investigating somebody who has, at worst, come online and lied. To put focus on the fact that we need to protect black women. At worst, that's what she's done. Why spend so much time and energy to invalidate her? We have systems in place. to invalidate black women, to invalidate the need of protection for black women. Why are so many black people, when there's so many things out here for us to talk about, report on, discuss, so many ways to push our community forward, so many ways to discuss things that has held our community back? And y'all really spending y'all time and energy on validating the need to protect black women. Honey. But y'all always get the cracker brigade started. Y'all always get the colonizing captains going, honey. Y'all get them ready to march, honey. Once the story get popular enough for us, and you know y'all start making enough coins off the story, then here comes somebody melanemic.
Feminists are about to get really mad at me for this one. You guys remember this woman who was hit in the face with a brick? Even though it appears that she's having the same allergic reaction she was having in this video, I think this woman set this entire thing up as a hoax. In fact, actually, I know it was a hoax. Coincidentally, every few years she gets attacked in the face by a random stranger, fails to make a police report, but makes a GoFundMe and garners thousands of dollars. Here was her first one.
First of all, how often do black people make police reports? Keep that in mind. But baby, y'all gonna uphold the motherfucking code.
One. And her second one in 2020 where she garnered $41,000. And here's the video she used to sucker people into that money.
You grew up and they mad because you trying to fucking beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up.
Interesting. So not once, not twice, but 3 times you got beat up by strangers, strange black men, didn't make a police report.
Again, she never said that there were black men who beat her up in that video. But you have to keep in mind, the same lady who made this video, made this rant to also invalidate the need to protect black women, the same Caucasian person, because I don't know this person's ethnicity, but I know that they can pass for white. This same person who has come online to invalidate the need to protect black women. Ooh. And the Hoteps have been running with it, honey. The Hoteps have been running with it. This same person also used media takeout as a source in this same video. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it out there? Can y'all see it in the chat? Can y'all see media takeout? Nobody other than Tasha K would use media takeout as a source. Because media takeout is poor sourcing with failed fact checks and known for misinformation. Where? In the United States of America. High traffic, low credibility. High traffic and low credibility. I wonder what demographic they shooting for. Because you know it's a certain demographic that they say if you want to hide something from them, you put it in books. You put it in writing. But also keep in mind, we ain't done with Karen. She also says things like this.
On today's episode of These Triggered Feminists Make Absolutely No Sense. This feminist who sold his balls to the cause, not all men rape.
A feminist who sold his balls to the cause. So now she don't want men supporting women's rights at all. Jesus, what? We ain't done with Karen. Karen seems to have a habit of exploiting black women's pain in general. Story of a drug addict mother who is fighting with her addiction while wanting to have a relationship with her daughter. Karen came online and shitted on all these people too. But this is the woman who y'all put on a pedestal. This is the woman that y'all put on a pedestal when it comes time to invalidate black women. What Karen said? Karen said it was allergic reaction. Karen said it was allergic reaction. I guess Karen was talking about the allergic reactions that Caucasian people commonly experience from various hair dyes. Notice in all of these pictures, or notice in this picture specifically, how the little Caucasian boy Bradley has symmetrical swelling. The swelling is on both sides. You know, the reaction didn't just pick a certain point of his face. Right? But then in this incident, with this, you know, little Caucasian girl, the reaction does go to a specific side of her face. Guess which side of her face is affected and having the allergic reaction to the hair dye? The side of her face where there's only black hair dye. Okay. Another example. Little emo Caucasian cunt. Very symmetrical. That don't look like how Roda face looked to me. So I guess Roda dyed one half of her head. This is the theory they have. That Roda dyed one half of her head, put on a ninja mask, waited for the swelling to go up, ran behind a building where she happened to be with a man in a suit who everybody thought was a good guy. Fussing, tussling with this guy. He trying to get away. She records the video. Negro's not doing nothing. They end up calling the police and taking her to the hospital. Yes, the black men who were there. The ones who verified that it was a man in the suit. They took her to the hospital, where it was verified that her injuries were consistent with her story. Roda, I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I'm saying is, baby, I had to stretch and reach just to get that far. I'm trying to stretch and reach to figure out what is the point? Why are we here? Why keep in mind it's a black trans woman that's reminding y'all to protect black women right now. All black women. Not just black trans women. All black women, all black femme people, honey. Protect all black people. Protect black men. Protect black men's mental health. Black men go to therapy. Jesus, honey. And William is one of the people who needs to go to therapy. I don't know if y'all remember how William had came out with his story, Jesus.
Houston. He lied. This video was just to clear up some of the lies that have been surfacing about the incident that happened in Houston. This is William Mayombe. This is the guy that you see going around saying that he was there, ranting about black women, etc. Once he got exposed, he deleted all of his social media, his TikToks and everything. It was a lie. This is his real name. He lives in Nashville, Tennessee. He's also my ex. He's not Somalian. He is Tanzanian. This is a picture of me and him when we worked together. And this is some of our text messages. Deja Vu is a strip club in Nashville, Tennessee. His phone number begins with 615. That is the area code for Nashville, Tennessee. We talked for about an hour on the phone, and when I talked to him, he basically said that he made the video for likes and views, and he was clout chasing. That's it.
That is the first TikTok name that you saw pop up. You could take it back and pause. The first TikTok name that you saw pop up, the D-Ho, I believe, is her page. She's one of them. She's D-Ho, or she's Phoenix Rising, or somebody. But I verified to verify. I'm just not going to post her picture on here because I believe in protecting black women. So William lied too. Everybody, all of y'all receipts all of these receipts keep coming up as lies. But not all black men, honey. Not all black men. We still got some good ones out here. I just want y'all to know what the good ones look like.
Well, come to find out, his ex-girlfriend posted receipts. He isn't even from that area. He was nowhere near where this event took place. He got on the internet to tell bold-faced lies about a situation that he had nothing to do with. Also, he could gain clout and adoration from other he-man, woman-hating black men on the internet. He did all of this to lie with his full fucking chest when all he had to do from the beginning was simply say, I hate black women.
Agree. I think why else would you put this much time and energy into invalidating black women if you didn't hate black women? You know, some might try to argue that they don't think William hates black women. How could he hate black women when his ex was a black woman? But we'll get to that point, but this is how William followed that. Child, Jesus. What?
Black women who are independent, that don't need a man for nothing, that don't need a man for protection, I'm suggesting you get yourself a brick. It's only 58 cents so you can protect yourself instead of talking down to man and expecting man to come protect you when you start trouble. And I wasn't victim blaming. I didn't blame nobody. I didn't blame her. All I'm saying is it wouldn't have gone as far as it did if she also had walked away. And how come nobody is even asking about the guy that hit her with the brick? Nobody even...
William. All them lips and don't nothing come out your mouth worth hearing. I'm so tired. Is they still having the foundational Black American movement? Because it seemed like a lot of these transplant Black Americans could fit right in very well.
Now, William, you know that you was not there at that situation. One, because your stories contradicted themselves. That's why you deleted your shit, okay? Let me show you, though. Since you think I'm lying about you, let me show you how you lying to us, okay? Ain't nothing to do but to get into it, so let's go.
She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch.
So you watched her get hit with a brick. You saw the brick. You confirmed that she got hit in the face with a brick out of your mouth. And you also stated that if she was in your face again and was to get hit again with the brick, you would not defend her. That's what you said. That's the first video you ever made, right? Okay, cool. Look at this one, though.
Protect her, but nobody ever questioned her whatsoever. The same energy you had when you were defending her, when you were out there advocating for her without asking any questions. How come you didn't ask? Where's the proof? Where's the brick that he hit you with? Where's the police?
Where's the proof? You were there. You said out your mouth that you watched her get hit with a brick. So what proof do you need if the proof is in the pudding? If you were right there watching, standing by, and would do it again and watch her get hit in the face with a brick again, why does she need to prove that she got hit in the face with a brick if you saw her get hit in the face with a brick? But you're right. You was there. You were there, sir. You were there.
Well, my current hypothesis of Will, and I can verify as well, Will is shut down. The social medias are shut down. Now, my hypothesis with Will, specifically, and it goes deeper than this, but, surface level hypothesis about Will, psychoanalysis. is that Will doesn't hate black women. In fact, he loves black women. And that's why he doesn't want them to protect themselves. Will wants to feel needed. He doesn't want black women to be independent. He doesn't want black women to protect themselves because Will wants to be needed. The type of men who desire to be needed are usually the type of men who are insecure. The type of people in general who desire to be needed. They don't understand the concept of being wanted. They don't understand the concept of somebody just genuinely enjoying their presence and their essence and their vibe. Somebody who's genuinely just entertained by them and who they are and the stories they tell. Somebody who's genuinely attracted to them to the point that they don't want to keep their hands off of them, but it isn't always sexual. Those are the type of men who don't want independent black women. The men who can't understand that, who can't get that, who can't understand that their partner should be just as valuable, if not more valuable than they. The smartest men have women who are better than them in every way imaginable. And that's not to say that we can't be submissive. It's not to say that we can't submit to a man. Me personally, my feminine energy, when it's matched with true masculine energy, I personally can do nothing other than submit. Because a true alpha man's presence will command that attention. He won't have to ask for it. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've been on my soapbox. You know, this ain't Rhoda's first rodeo. It's possible that she could be scamming the fuck out of us. It's quite possible. It is. I won't deny that. I have no reason to deny that. But I still stand 10 toes that we should protect black women. We have no real proof. Nothing but speculation and conjecture. We have no real proof that this woman has tried to do anything other than spread the word of protecting black women and advocating for her community. But advocating for her community is the real reason y'all don't like her, right? It's the real reason that all this trouble got started in the first place, right? Because Roda is a troublemaker. That's what y'all said, not me. And that's the real reason y'all don't like her.
Y'all want me to be racist so bad when I'm not a bigot like you and your ancestors. In fact, I'm a courageous, brave, black woman, outspoken like my ancestors. And by definition, I can't even be racist because I don't have any structures or systems that uphold or help me or support me to do and carry on racist acts. So for example, if I have an employer, a landlord, a neighbor, or even just a random Karen walking down the street, they can, if they don't like black people, they can affect my safetyness in that moment or my livelihood in general. But me, if I don't like white people, the only thing I can do is talk shit. So, again, I don't hate white people. I hate whiteness. When I'm done dismantling whiteness, white people will still be here. You're going to be okay. I know equality scares the shit out of you, but you're going to be all right. Also, for the black people that do hate white people, it's okay. Heal, take your time. I'm uplifting your anger. Because after 400 years of imperialism, colonialism, brutality, oppression, I think you're allowed to be mad. So yes, if I am trying to dismantle the systems that you're upholding, you might feel very attacked. But unfortunately, I don't care about your white fragility. You don't always get what you want. Excuse me, thank you. White people actually need to thank black people because black soldiers fought alongside of white people so they can get their freedom. And what do we get in return? The 13th Amendment. That allows space for mass incarceration and that black people are not even full beings. And y'all can look into that too. watch the movie 13th on Netflix. But we actually deserve to be thanked today, but we're not going to be thanked. So do yourself a favor and next Juneteenth, save the thank you for the white folks because they don't deserve it. You don't get a cookie for being a good person. You don't. So thank the ancestors and enjoy your family today, Black people. But I'm really talking to like cis women because like it's giving y'all real jealous. Like y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup. They teach y'all how to do y'all hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because them legs, hips, and body. Y'all got that from the trans girls. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass because, you know, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Africa. Whoop, the whole black diaspora. We've been had big butts, small backs. But I'm talking about this whole 20-inch waist, titties that sit right here, big butt, all of that. That body, I haven't seen it that much, but trans women have always had it, and now y'all running to the doctor to go get it. Y'all love the trans girls. They taught y'all how to sissy y'all fucking walk when y'all were out here walking like dinosaurs. They taught y'all how to put on y'all makeup. They got y'all asses together. And what is y'all real problem? Can y'all not compete? Y'all out here talking about trans girls want to be y'all when y'all got the whole aesthetic of a trans girl. Let me find out that y'all want to be trans girls like the gang is. Y'all want to be them.
Now let me just say, disclaimer, let me just say, I think, me personally as a trans woman, I think she went a little hard on the cisgender women. I made this point several times. I think it's been constant give and take since the Harlem Renaissance, that the girls, the queens, the trans women, the dolls, the sissies, all of the things, the feminine aesthetic has gone back and forth. Has been give and take. But definitely, passing as a woman, the intent is to pass as a cisgender woman. The intent is to pass for the people who gave us life, I hope. You know, I always wanted to look like my mama and my granny and my aunties. But I also always put a little extra sauce on it too. And we taught each other. They taught me the basics and I taught them drag. I've always thought it was give and take. But still, nonetheless, agree with her or don't agree with her, is that an excuse not to protect black women? Should we not protect the black women who advocate or who love or who stand up for the trans black women? Is that a bad thing? There's also a little bit of whispers about a third time that she was attacked. She posted this too. I'll let y'all see it for yourselves and y'all can judge on whether this was her posting an attack or not. I'm not trying to lead y'all thoughts. I'm just trying to give y'all all the information.
To say that I don't want to deal with false line. I don't know if you know how it feels to be a black person, but as a black person, you are always being accused of doing things wrong. And yeah, exactly. So how do you feel when people come up to you and say that she did this? I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I would like to be in the store. I have not harassed anybody. I'm a 29-year-old doctoral student. I don't do anything to anybody. That was racist, and you should have been able to evaluate that as a brown woman. Can I continue shopping without being harassed, please? And if I'm not, I'm going to make a lawsuit because this is a racism.
It's totally up to you.
I was not doing anything wrong. This is the third time I'm interrupted, sir. I'm just trying to buy my stuff.
It's totally up to the store whether they want to allow you to.
I'm asking the store.
And it's totally up to you whether you want to stay here. They have politely asked that you leave the store. And that's
for no reason.
Well, that's just their prerogative.
Are you asking me to leave the store?
Please leave the store, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will be. You will be hearing from me. This is going to be on Facebook, and everybody's going to find out about this, and I will be suing you guys. Thank you guys so much for your racism today.
I didn't see an attack personally. Y'all can be the judge. Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you think in the comments on whether you think she was attempting to convince us that she had been attacked. No, what I see is a radical liberal. I see a radical pro-black liberal. Radical pro-black lesbian liberal. Radical pro-black lesbian liberal. Is that an excuse for us not to protect her? Is she not a black woman worthy of protection? Because she has radical opinions. But again, y'all says she's a troublemaker. Y'all says she's a troublemaker. Everybody who's ever made a real change in social awareness usually at some point was considered a troublemaker. Just keep that in mind. We're gonna talk about it. We gotta talk about all the nuance in this story. Can y'all see that? We gotta talk about all the nuance in this story because the same black men who think it's a kiki to see Roda screaming out for help after she's been hit by a brick be the same black men who will gag, who will be in awe, who want to become all the protectors, providers, and fighters for black women of a certain aesthetic. I think that's interesting. I guess the tables turn when you find the woman attractive. She's worth protecting if you're attracted to her. Is that how it goes? And then even in defending Rhoda's beauty, we don't see her face, do we? Same people who want to talk about subliminal messaging be the same people who propel and push subliminal messaging. Shout out to the Hoteps. Overall, to me, this story has so many bigger topics, so many bigger subjects that I don't have enough time to get into right now in this stream. But something that I have noticed is that there is a certain segment of the black male population, typically the heterosexual, cisgender black male population, typically. They feel as if they have two enemies. They feel as if they're not only fighting against white supremacy, but there's a segment of black men who feel like they're fighting against black women. And so for me, like, I'm trying to make it make sense. I'm trying to get the math to math. You know, I see 2 + 2, but I can't find the 4. You know what I mean? Why do men feel like they have to fight against women? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat what you think. I have a theory. I have a hypothesis. I told y'all before when we discussed this situation before, I brought up the point that it is obvious that black men, a large group of black men, are scared to protect black women because they're scared of other men. But as the story has evolved, I've thought about it a bit more. I've thought about it a bit more. And I think it's even bigger than that. I think a lot of men are scared, but I think it's more than that. I think it's more than just a fear of other men. Because when you truly love somebody, that fear goes out of the window when it's time to protect them, right? I have a theory. What if it's possible that a lot of black men have convinced themselves that they have to hate black women? Hear me out. What if it's possible that a lot of black men have had to convince themselves that they hate black women for the same reason that white people had to convince themselves that we weren't human to justify them hating us? It's no secret that the black woman has commonly been the whipping post for the black man in the history of black America. That's no secret. The black woman is commonly taken out, beaten up, beaten down, thrown away by the black man. The black woman, outside of the black queers, the black woman is beneath the black man in the social hierarchy on the totem pole, right? And on top of that, you tend to be hardest on people who are closest to you, right? The black man is closest to the black woman. She's beneath him in the totem pole. And because the black man knows that he has used the black woman as a whipping post, as a stepping stool, as a toy, throughout his life or at some point in his life, right? What if the black man knows that he has treated the black woman like shit? What if the black man knows that he still does treat the black woman like shit because he feels like he has nobody else to beat up on? What if the black man knows this? And so he's had to convince himself that the black woman isn't worthy of. That the black woman is less than. He's had to validate his reasoning for not only ignoring black women when they needed to be protected, but he's had to find a way to live with himself knowing that he's typically been the perpetrator. He's typically been the reason why the black woman needs protection. Proximity crimes. Black men typically take out black women. And typically black women they loved or used. So what if it's possible that the black man has convinced himself that he has to hate the black woman in order to live with himself, in order to live with the things that he's done to the black woman? What if? It's currently a hypothesis that I'm mulling over. But let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Baby. Because shit is real. And if we don't figure out the problem, we ain't gonna never figure out a solution.
Man, you know what I mean. These dudes are the women now. This is why these women are out here clowning and talking crazy about all black men. Because they recognize y'all some weak motherfuckers now. Y'all some weak ass niggas. For real. That's why they can talk like this. Women back in my day, they wouldn't let women talk crazy about the black man like this.
They wouldn't let women talk crazy about the black man like this. They wouldn't let women talk crazy about the black man like this. So we don't want women to have power. I think my hypothesis still stands. If you disagree, let me know why.
Goddamn right they ain't protected. Go get a man. That's how you get protected. Your man protect you. Your brother protect you. I'm not just protecting no strange black woman.
Go get a man. Men desire to be needed. They don't understand the concept of being wanted. Some men don't understand the concept of being wanted. Go get you a man so that he can protect you against us. Because I ain't protecting no ransom black woman. Because I ain't your brother. You my brother when you getting gunned down in the street by the police. But you ain't my brother when I need protection, huh? Got it. Got it. Honey, I'm going to turn my mic off for a second because I got to reposition. Child, this whole incident reminded me of a situation. Story time. Child. Fine. Black. Cold black. Oh, Lord Jesus. Skin. Like, you know how some people, how they are so dark, it's like their skin is even a different texture. It's like it's so. Anyway. Black man. You know, I've been dating black men. Right? Black man. We vibing, we chilling. We had, been talking for months, all of that. Finally had met him in person one night, and then we ended up linking up, chilling, on some Netflix and chill type shit, right? This Negro, we talk about music, we vibing, listening to music. This Negro brings up R. Kelly. I thought that conversation was done. I thought we was done with R. Kelly. So I'm gagging on many levels. Like, first of all, like, how did R. Kelly get brought into this, baby? Like, I'm over 25, and me and you only a 4-year age difference. Why are we discussing R. Kelly? R. Kelly ain't popped up on this playlist. Why are we... So, he asks, why do black women hate R. Kelly? Me being me, I said, well, I think it's because he's a chomo. What proof? He's immediately becomes defense for Robert Kelly, honey. What evidence do we have of that? Blah, blah, blah. So then I bring up the tape. We talk about the tape. He says that he's seen the tape. First thing comes out of his mouth after admitting that he saw the tape was that looked like a grown woman to me. If you've seen the R. Kelly tape, then you know why I'm still gagging. Saying it out my mouth made me gag again. Looked like a grown woman to me, honey. Looked like she wanted it. So I asked him, you think a 13, 14-year-old child can consent to interacting with an adult man? Hey, you act like we haven't messed with young girls. We all done messed with young girls. Start going on a rant trying to defend why he's had interactions with young girls that clearly didn't look like fully developed women. Long story short, he had to clock out immediately. Honey, baby. Trady Butch Queen. He learns real quick, and he was reminded real quick that he had to go, and he had to go now. I will not incriminate myself online, but he got up out of that house fast. And I liked him up until then. I was so disappointed in myself. But it reminded me of that. This whole dialogue, this whole rhetoric, this whole thing revolving and how it's revolving in my community reminds me of that situation. It reminds me of him. Quick reminder before I check in with the chat. If you ever have any tea, you know, people have been complaining about my ballroom tea specifically. They've been saying that, you know, my ballroom tea don't have any legs. It tends to be one-sided and all this, that, and the third. That's because the ballroom girls like to keep things private. The ballroom girls don't want to share things. They want to maintain their images and those type of things. They got to talk to PR before they can reach out. But long story short, if I've ever got anything wrong, if you got any tea that you feel like should be exposed or you want me to expose, child, link to my Instagram is in the description of this video. You could DM me, honey, any tea you got. Any tea you got, baby, honey, baby, darling, honey, keep me on the right foot. Keep me on the right foot. Do they not realize their skits they're trying to use to debunk her story? Yeah, we talked about that. There in the last video I did on her, the last Protect Black Women video I did, we talked about how they were skits, but this was before the story evolved into her being a scammer. Because at first they were attempting to justify that she deserved to get hit with a brick because she was smacking white men. What that has to do with the Hotep? Why the Hotep community is defending a black woman smacking white men? I have yet to figure that out. I think it goes along with that hypothesis. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. You right about that, Branson. They shaking down the victim and not the guy. You're absolutely right. Andrea Drake, shout out to Andrea Drake. She says, even if this story is not real, women are getting attacked. Ladies get licensed to carry some mace. And just in case, go back to not walking alone if you see a group of black men cross the street. Sadly, Andrea, I agree with everything you said. Sadly, because we live in this world where we have to protect ourselves against our men. But yes. I've mentioned this on several lives before. Women, trans women, cisgender women, black women, Hispanic women, all women of color, get your license if possible. Go to the range. If you have to set up your own range in your backyard, you know, if you live in a rural wooded area, you know, you have to aim at trees or whatever, you know. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Make sure, you know, you get your zaps and your pows and all of the things Well, I'm going to get out of here. I think y'all get the gist. I appreciate all of y'all as always. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours.